Hello, my name is Tammy Lee, and today I'm going to explain to you about a wonderful Korean heritage which is called Suwon Temporary Palace. Before I explain to you about this temporary palace, I would like to introduce you how I got interested into this temporary palace. When I was a bit young before going to high school, I enjoyed myself going to this Suwon fortress with my parents every week. The reason was that they had Suwon Chicken Street, and this street had a lot of wonderful chickens there. They were so delicious that I couldn't resist myself from eating these every week. However, there is another reason that I went there. That is that they have a beautiful view in the nighttime. I very enjoyed myself walking along the fortress with my parents. However, one day I heard a tour guide saying that this fortress and the temporary palace is actually registered as UNESCO Cultural Heritage. And that fact literally got me into this place. And I started to learn and study about this fortress and the temporary palace. Since I studied a lot, now I have so many knowledge that I can tell you. So today, I'm planning to tell you about one specific place of this Suwon Temporary Palace, which is the main gate, Sinpungru. Now, before I tell you about the details of this main gate, I would like to tell you about a little bit of history. This temporary palace was built in 1700s by King Jeongjo of Joseon Dynasty. He built this palace to stay in here while he was visiting his father's tomb, which shows his great affection towards his father. And now, if you look detail in this picture, you can see the big Sokuba trees out here. And these trees actually shows the affection towards King Jeongjo's father too. The story is like this. King Jeongjo's father actually went to another temporary palace in Korea while he was alive to cure his skin disease. And while he was in the temporary palace, he planted 3 trees in this shape. Well, King Jeongjo later built this temporary palace and planted the 3 Sokuba trees too. And he tried his best to actually plant these 3 trees similar as the trees his father planted in the other temporary palace. You might not see the similarity in here because they are in different ways of pictures. But if you see like this, I think that you can see the similarities. The 1 tree is planted in the front by itself, and the 2 other trees are planted by its sides. And now let's look at the Sinpungru itself, the main gate. This main gate, as you can see, has a double-decker pavilion form. The upstairs had the large drum and had soldiers monitoring the surroundings of the temporary palace. The downstairs is the 3 main doors. The right one was used for the government officials. The left one was used for the military officials, and the middle one was used for the king himself and the royal families. Now, that's it for the actual structures of the Sinpungru. But if you look a little bit of the meaning of the Sinpungru itself has the meaning of king's new hometown, which shows that King Jeongjo actually felt about Hwasong Fortress as his second hometown. Now, I'm going to end my explanation of Sinpungru here. However, when you go inside of this gate and look at this temporary palace, there are so many other wonderful places, such as Yuyeok-taek, Pongsuran, and Hwaryeongjeon. I really wish that you remember my explanation and later once visit this place and actually have a tour. It will be a wonderful time for you. Thank you for listening to my explanation today.